You want to be your child's safe space. You want for them to feel safe with you. You want them to calm down with you. But then sometimes you wonder, I wonder if this is true. Like, I wonder if I'm their safe space because they don't calm down with me. I try to console them. I try to tell them they're okay, and they melt down even more. And then you have this fear of, I wonder if whatever I'm doing is pushing my children away. If that is you, today on this video, I'm going to solve that concern that you have. And then I'm going to show you three things that we can start doing to become our children's safe space, or to solidify ourselves as our children's safe space. Hello, my name is Marcela Collier. I'm a certified parenting coach and founder of HIC Parenting Education Agency. My team of coaches and I have served 14,151 parents in coaching, and through our courses, break free from reactivity, bring peace to their parenting, and raise their children with peace and accountability. And on this video, we are continuing with our mission of helping you raise your children with peace. And I know that this very same topic is robbing you peace. When you see your children not calming down with you, and you doubting yourself, and you beating yourself up, you are bringing a lot of anxiety to you. And let me tell you the truth, a truth that will bring peace right now, peace to you. I worked with thousands of parents, and what I've seen is that children who feel the most safe with their parents are children who don't have any hesitations about expressing all their emotions, all their cries, for as long as their little nervous system needs it to calm down. Children who stop crying like a remote control, you tell them stop crying and then like, boop, they zip it up. In general terms, those children may not feel safe to express their emotions. So the fact that your children are just crying, uncontrollably crying in your arms, is because they feel safe enough to do so. Just imagine something. Would you cry unconsolably in a stranger's arm? I mean, if you're sad and you're crying, and then somebody knocks the door, you open the door and I don't know, it's a salesperson. What would you do? You zip it up right away. You straighten up. You dry your tears. You pretend nothing happens, and then you talk to them, right? But what about if he's that very trusted person? Maybe it is your spouse. Maybe it is your sister. Like, who is the person that you share the most vulnerable things and feelings to? Let's just say you're sad and that person knocks the door. You open and it's that person. Tell me in the comments the name of that person. Who is that person? Or who is that person? Is that your sister? Is that your brother? Is that the neighbor? Is that your mom? For me, it is my husband. What would you do if you're sad, crying, and that safe space you have opens, like shows up at the door? Would you dry up your tears real quick and pretend nothing happens the same way you did with the solicitor? Or you just melt in their arms and you cry until there are no more tears to cry? So the fact that your children cry with you unconsolably is not a sign that you are not their safe space. It's the opposite. So hopefully that brings you a lot of peace already. Now, this is the thing. And that's this step number one. We need to be our children's safe space first. We need to be our own safe space first. That's what I'm trying to say. We need to be our own safe space first for our children to see us as their safe space. Let me give you an example. So let's just say that you're unconsolably crying about something, and then somebody comes in. Let's just see your husband or your mom. Let's just imagine that person, the person who is in your family, but you don't trust a lot with your feelings. And that person is dismissive, or that person gets reactive, or that person gets upset or annoyed by your sadness, by your cry. Would you feel safe to let it out with them? No. Our children are the same. If we are not our safe space first, if we get as dysregulated as them, if we enter in panic as they do, it's hard for them to see us as their safe space. I was helping one of my coaching clients. She she was struggling to be her daughter's safe space even though she wanted to, because she was stuck on a narrative of my child is trying to my child is trying to get a reaction out of me. That was her thinking. And her thinking took her to see her child as, in a way, as her enemy, as someone she needed to fight against. So when her child showed up signs of dysregulation, upsetness, tantrums, whatever, she struggled very much to remain calm and a safe space, even though she wanted to. Once we worked in that belief that my child is trying to get a reaction out of me, and she reframed it, changed it, rewired it to a more expansive way of seeing her daughter's dysregulation and emotions, that's when she started feeling a lot more confident and calmer, regulated, and secure during her child's moments. Things started to change for them rapidly, and her daughter started calming down with her and not running away from her, crying when she needed to, but not fighting her so much over everything. And we did it with 4 simple steps that I actually teach in a free class that you can access right now. On this class, I will teach you the 4 skills that I taught this coaching client, this parent, and all my other coaching clients to get rid of junk and toxic patterns, bring peace to their parenting, and start raising secure children. You can find this class right now on my website on hicparenting.com. hicparenting.com. I'm going to leave a card up here on the top of this video, or it's in the description of this YouTube video as well. It is a free class, and you can start feeling a lot more calmer, peaceful, and become your child's safe space by becoming your own safe space first. Number 2, emotional safety. Providing emotional safety. And then I think I already touched on this a little bit, but it's basically helping our children, or not helping, allowing, yes, that's a better word, allowing our children to express all their feelings how they come. Now, children 7 and under, they express all their feelings through their body. That's where they are developmentally. So they may escalate to hitting, they may escalate to yelling, they may escalate to trying to dig their nails on your skin. So is it for us to allow that? No, not necessarily. We can place boundaries around that, but it is more about still like welcoming the emotion, even if you are guiding them and steering them towards expressing it in a safe way. So, how would this look like at a practical level? It may look like when, let's just say, my son, he's autistic, And he's a sensory seeker, meaning that he seeks sensory input when he's dysregulated. And he tends to dig, like to scratch and to dig his nails. He's not a puncher, he's not a hitter, but when he is very, very, very dysregulated, he tends to grab and scratch himself or scratch me or dig his nails on my skin. So what I do is that I keep it safe. When I see that he's advancing towards me to dig his nails on me, I basically put something in between us, a pillow or some kind of blanket, something, or I roll down my sleeves, and then I allow him to express all his feelings. You are you have the right to feel upset, Santiago. I know it is hard for you to be in a noisy environment. I understand. I'm gonna help you feel this feeling that you're having right now in a way that doesn't damage anyone or anything. And I do that while I set the boundary. So that's providing emotional safety. And number three, providing psychological safety. What is psychological safety? Let me know in the comments, yes or no. Did you feel very scared or nervous about expressing your opinions growing up? If you did, you got yelled at, you got shamed for expressing the opinions, especially the ones that were against your parents' opinions or the adults' opinions. That's lack of emotional, psychological safety. Because psychological safety is basically allowing our children to have a voice. So let's go back. How to become your child's safe space, sorry, and stop pushing them away. Allow them to have a voice. Were you that teenager that shared nothing with your parents? You shared nothing because you thought, why would I even bother if they don't care? Well, that's the product of lack of psychological safety. So psychological safety means for our children to feel comfortable expressing their opinions, even if those opinions are against what we think. So again, is it about letting them talk to us any kind of way? Not necessarily. No, no, I'm not saying that. If they're saying things that doesn't sound respectful, then redirect them, but not towards stopping or shutting down or shut up, but towards, okay, how can you say you're feeling that way in a way that feels respectful? Because mom, go away. I need you to go away right now. Doesn't sound respectful, Santiago. So maybe you can say, Mommy, I need space. I'm struggling. I want alone time. Let's practice. So that's providing that psychological safety in a way that feels good and is with like doesn't go against our values. So how to become our children's safe space? How to become our children's safe space? Three things. Number one, we need to be our own safe space first. If you want to become your own safe space so you can be your child's safe space, I have an amazing free class that 14,151 parents already took. And you can start feeling a lot calmer in just a week. It's in hicparenting.com. Number two, allow them to feel emotional safety to express all their feelings. And number three, allow them to feel psychological safety for them to feel free to express their opinions. That's how you become your child's safe space without pushing them away. If this video gave you golden nuggets, but more than that, if it gave you a different perspective that you know will serve you in your parenting, it is, I think it is your responsibility to share with other friends so they feel the same way, to share with other parents so they feel the same way. My encouragement for you is to hit the share button. Share with one friend. You don't have to send it to a million friends. Just share with one person. Let them know, hey, I know you're already your child's safe space, but this will really help you. Like this did help me, and I know it will give you a lot of light and a lot of aha moments and insight. I want to share with you. Send it to your sister, send it to your mom, send it to your coworker, to your bestie, to your frenemy, and let them know there is a way to feel good about about their parenting. And thank you for being with me today. And remember that it only takes understanding of yourself and of your children's needs to transform your parenting.